Were there any other really important inflection points in the product development that you made in response to what you were hearing from teachers or from other stakeholders in the school districts?
Oh, I think it was just a series of changes. And I think another one that even predated the curriculum was about the assessments. Is that originally we were using, Woodcock Johnson or Gates McGinnity, real paper and pencil type of assessments. And we understood in a classroom, especially if we wanted to get every 6 week kind of updates, that was just not impractical to do. It was really a burden on teachers have graduate students come into their classroom to implement these, larger scale assessment protocols. Imagine if we asked each teacher themselves to do it if we were trying to get to scale. So we knew we had to automate and bring technology where now for the first time, not only were we making a teacher support technology, but we're now opening it up to be available to students because then students could sign in, they could take their assessment, and that would then feed the teachers recommendation algorithms that Sarah was talking about. So that was a very critical change just in terms of how we even thought about what the product was. And then as we moved down the scale, then there was the curriculum change that we had to say, how do we adapt to teachers in that curriculum? Then there was the change in terms of what if teachers aren't already proficient with small group instruction? How do we support teachers in the field in a very real way to actually organize their classroom in a different way than they had historically been done? And that, again, we wanted to go back and rely as much as possible on changing the technology to be able to meet teachers with those increased needs. We didn't want to just put a huge, brick on every teacher's table and say, good luck. We needed to have this as something that was very responsive and that we tried to anticipate through our conversations and work with teachers where were going to be the stumbling points. And other interventions were kind of online resources that we would make available, or even the kind of hovering capabilities that we've talked about, where you could hover over a question and then we would respond back to the teacher in real time. So they could do this work, whether it was there in the classroom or many teachers prepared their weekly lesson plan, the Sunday before. We needed to have everything there that Sunday afternoon online if the teachers ran into a question or ran into a concern so that they weren't held up.